Okay, so now, we want to determine, this is a possible question in your exam. Determining the possible quadrants in which the angle theta lies in the following. So I give you information only. I give you information that there is sine theta that is more than 0 and cosine theta is less than 0. You just need to tell me which quadrant does theta lie in. You don't need to find the angle theta, you just need to determine only. Okay? So you're going to say that since, I'm going to make some inference. This is a writing question. Okay, you never write. Since sine theta is more than 0, theta can lie in which quadrants? Since it's positive, it must always lie in the first quadrant or second quadrant. Okay, you don't need to write the full word quadrant, just write quad. Okay, and then you're going to do the same for the second given information, which is cosine theta. So since cosine theta is less than 0, so theta can lie in which quadrants? Anything that is not positive, right? Which is? Second and? Or third quadrant. So if the angle theta has to satisfy both sine theta more than 0 and cosine theta more than 0, which is the common quadrant? Second? Right? The common quadrant is second, right? It has to satisfy both. So you can say that, therefore, theta lies in second quadrant. That's it. No. Right? It's just giving you some conditions. You just tell me where does it possibly lie. Okay? One of the criteria is really to identify quadrants. Now the next one is a little bit tougher. Okay, it's sine theta, cosine theta more than 0. Okay, so if I have sine theta, cosine theta more than 0, it means I'm multiplying sine theta and cosine theta together. And when I multiply the both of them together, it will be more than 0. From here, there's an extra condition because if sine theta and cosine theta is more than 0, there are going to be two cases. Case 1, sine theta less than 0 and cosine theta less than 0. Make sense? Both must be negative to give you positive. But there's also a second case here, which is sine theta more than 0 and cosine theta also more than 0. Now we're going to consider both cases and then see whether there's a common quadrant. Okay? So, same thing. If sine theta less than 0, theta can lie in, if positive was first and second, this will be third or fourth. Okay, if cosine theta less than 0, theta can lie in second or third. So there's a common one, which is third quad. Right? So the common one here, therefore, for this case, the first case, theta lies in third quad. Okay? This is only for the first case. Now the second case is when they are positive. So when sine theta is more than 0, theta can lie in first or second quadrant. If cosine theta is more than 0, theta can lie in first or fourth quad. So therefore, for this case, theta lies in the first quadrant. So the given condition is just simply sine theta, cosine theta more than 0, right? So we can say that, therefore, theta lies in first or third quad. We must consider both cases. Okay? This is a little bit more extra because you need to consider two different cases. That's about it. Yeah.